everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice, and welcome to your week ahead reading to your next 7 days. Whenever you come across this message, we're looking at the next 7 days, give or take. I'm going to say Monday to Sunday, but like I said, whenever you come across the video, first day could be the day you're finding it or the day after, and then just follow the energies along. And it could be playing out as we're seeing it day by day, but it's just a bit of a heads up. These are the events that are coming in for you at whichever point in time they're coming in during the next 7 to 10 days, okay? All right, so let's see. For my subscribers, what's the next 7 days like? I'm going to get back to posting more regularly, guys. Things have been a bit manic. Good, but manic. But I'll get back to it, okay? Back to doing the 48-hour readings. You love those, I love those, and so on. And I'll be doing the July readings for each sign as well, so stay tuned for that. Judgment flew out. So either some sort of big decision or some sort of big announcement is coming up for you in the next 7 days. And this is like worldwide or government or company-wide, or it's a decision that you're making and it's like a life-changing decision. Okay, I'm not going to work. I'm not going back to work. I'm going to change my career. I'm going to retire early. I'm going to move. I'm going to leave this relationship or start some big life change. Okay. For my subscribers, the next 7 days, what do they look like? All right. Okay. The boys have been on my table. For those of you who don't know, the boys are my cats. Naughty boys. 6 and 7. All right. And I will get the little clarifier oracle I did recently. Let's see. Well, I was guided to do, and then I got a little download, and I sat down and wrote all the cards. Okay, so we have family that wants to be seen, so we'll put that back in the deck. And we'll see if it pops back out, but it could be going back to judgment, some sort of big decision about family, your family, big announcement in the family, for better or for worse, or a big decision about starting a family, expanding the family. All right. So let's see. On a more day-to-day level, you could just be in communication more with your family, like daily, okay, for whatever reason. So let's see. For my subscribers, family and judgment can also talk about family court, custody agreements, big decision about where your kids go to school, family law. All right. For my subscribers, clarifying the energies of each day. Like I say, if it doesn't involve you directly, it's not you, then you're hearing of someone making a big decision about family or someone starting a family or so on and so forth. Okay? All right, so let's see what we have. Bottom of the deck in the tarot as the overall energy. Almost dropped the deck. We have the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords can be an energy of analysis paralysis, overthinking something, feeling stuck, feeling trapped, not seeing the way out. It could also be information overload, and it's like, I don't even know what to do with this. It could be getting conflicting views from people as to what you should do in a situation or what the process is in a situation, and it just leaves you a bit frozen in fear, like, I don't know what to do. I'm not clear what the right approach is here. So for those of you, this could also be a time of stress, and again, it's to do with overthinking. I feel like it's to do with not wanting to do the wrong thing or not being sure what the right thing to do is either with this energy. Okay. On a more day-to-day, the Eight of Swords can talk about being stuck in a situation, tied down, feeling tied down. Be mindful of tripping, your scarf getting caught in something and choking you, or you tripping on something, it's cables or rope, or, hold on. I don't know what my boys are doing. I'm also seeing like knots in things, like if it's a chain you want to wear and it's got knots in it, or a hose or something. At the bottom of the oracle, we have as planned. So yeah, I'm getting like you're not sure what the process is in a situation. So you can't really plan. You can't really make a plan, make a strategy. For those of you, this is where you're waiting for something to come in because it's planned to come in, or waiting for a scheduled appointment. In with the Eight of Swords, you're really starting to lose patience, or it's like, I really need this to happen faster, but you have to wait for it as it's been scheduled. You could try to move things up the schedule, or for you to move up a waiting list. You could be calling people, following up. Are there any cancellations? Because you really need to see someone. Um, for some of you, you'll be able to do that. For others of you, it's a case of you just have to wait for your planned appointment, for your scheduled time. And for those of you, there's a big appointment, or something that's been scheduled or planned or agreed upon, and or interview, date, anything like that. And with the Eight of Swords, you're not looking at any other options because you're waiting for that one. You want that one, and you're just waiting for it to come in, go through with the schedule, go through with the agreement, go through with the meeting, and see what happens. You don't want to look at anything else in the meantime. Okay. Monday, or the first day that we're looking at, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy with luck. So on Monday, you could get some good news about money, or you could have a little win. Whether it's a gift of money, receiving a gift of money, or winning a little lottery prize, or if anything, any sort of draw you're taking part in, you could win something. And it could be money, it could be a prize, it could be tickets to something, it could be vouchers. For some of you, I'm seeing clothes, an article of clothing, or vouchers to a clothing store with this energy. For others of you, where this applies, if you've been trying to conceive, this is a day, either the day to try or try again or keep trying, or this is the day you find out that you conceived, or whoever this is, someone close to you, okay? For those of you, I'm seeing you like finding money or coins. That could be a sign or confirmation for you that whatever it is that you were thinking at that time is correct. I'm also seeing some sort of chance encounter that gives you new information, or some sort of chance encounter that gives you the solution you've been looking for, okay? For others of you, this is where something's brought forward for you. So someone's calling you and saying, I knew you have an appointment, but we've just had a cancellation. Do you want to come in earlier, okay? And it's really lucky. I feel like for those of you, someone's telling you about something that you didn't even know was an option for you. Someone's telling you qualify for something that you didn't know you did, some sort of support, especially financial support, or things to do with childcare, or things to do with business management. And it's like you have some sort of entitlement that you weren't aware of. And that's a big aha moment, because this is about something that you've been kind of stressing over. And this is coming in and it's like, why don't you do that? And you're going, what do you mean? And they're telling you, well, there's this program going on, or there's this charity that's doing this, or there's this, whatever, the city hall's running something. There's some sort of non-government organization that's running something, and it's like a support program or something like that. And it's like, oh, I had no idea about that, but that fixes my problem. So that's what's going on here, okay? But yeah, I get lucky win, luck of the draw as well. So I don't know, gamble responsibly, but maybe get a little lottery ticket. I don't know. Tuesday, or the second day in the period, we're looking at Page of Swords with detail. So this is focus, intense focus. For some of you, this is I'm seeing needle point, needles, laser, whether that's surgery, laparoscopic, is that what it's called? That's what I heard. Some sort of procedure or surgery or injections, or laser hair removal, or removing tattoos or getting tattoos, okay, on Tuesday with this energy. For those of you, this is a background checks, checking someone's story, checking someone's information. And it's in a more official sense, but it can be where you're checking up on someone. Like going through paperwork, going through the history of something, going through messages, and just checking what they said, or checking to see what happened, or trying to track down. For those of you, you could be giving evidence in some sort of situation, or a statement, or there's a follow-up where someone's contacting you and going, you gave us a statement on this, could you give us more details? you could be witnessing something and then having to give a statement. I don't know if it's a car accident or some sort of incident, okay? And then you're being asked to give a statement and someone's sitting down with you and asking for a lot of detail. This could also be a day where there's a lot of information coming your way and it's just a lot of detail. And with the Eight of Swords, you're kind of getting lost in it. I don't know if this is a person in your life, maybe an air sign, maybe a younger air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, where you're asking a specific question to get a specific answer. And this is someone who they have to give you the whole history of the world. They have to give, in their mind, they're giving you context, but they're not actually making sense, or they're not giving you the information you're actually asking for, or, it's one of them where I'm seeing a scene in the Big Bang Theory where, who is it? Penny's asking Sheldon to teach her a little physics, and then he starts with the apple falling on Newton's head and stuff like that. It was a warm, sunny day or whatever back in, do you know what I'm saying? Okay. But it's like, it's that kind of example. If you don't watch the Big Bang Theory, that's fine. But it's almost like you're asking someone, what's the formula for this? And then they're telling you the history of the inventor or whoever came up with that formula and what they were doing, but they're not actually giving you the formula. Do you see what I'm saying? So on Tuesday, you might have to be very careful to stay on point, to stay on track, to bring someone back on track if they're wandering away with useless detail. I feel like this is just detail overload and it's not necessary. If you're having to do anything, speak, write anything, submit anything, this is telling you just strip the details down to what is important, to what is relevant, so that the person receiving your message, receiving your presentation, receiving that information can understand what you mean straight away, okay? If you're in any sort of negotiation, any sort of interview, again, stick to the relevant details. You might be going through your resume and kind of reshaping it, rewriting it based on whatever you're applying for, okay? Because it's like if you're applying for an office job, not a lot of point to put all the jobs in, I don't know, the service industry where it's bar or restaurant, or you can put the relevant skills down and maybe mention a couple of those jobs for the experience, right? But you're only taking the details that are relevant, that would be relevant in an office setting, right? Do you see what I'm saying? So just rewriting things to be relevant, to be on point is what's coming up here as well. And I feel like if you're taking part in any sort of dispute, mediation, negotiation, I feel like the other party is going to try to derail that or run out the clock by just talking about pointless detail, okay? You're going, okay, so let's agree a time for this. And they're going back and forth with pointless detail, telling everybody what their schedule is for the week and, what they got going on and what they don't. And it's like, it's a yes or no question. So you might have to be careful to catch that because someone's intentionally overloading with detail to run out the clock or that kind of thing. And also be careful of people avoiding the answer, avoiding answering your question, avoiding giving you a straight answer, okay? You might really have to focus in, zone in on someone and just go, can you say yes or no? It's a yes or no question, okay? Wednesday, we have the Five of Swords. Oh, an interview. Here we go. Now, on Wednesday, there is some sort of interview, but I feel like someone's going to tick you off about it. I feel like it's something to do with maybe you feel like the questions they're asking you are irrelevant, and it's like, why are you asking me these questions? This is just a waste of my time. If this is something you have to prepare before an interview, again, you're doing all the details, you're doing it's like pages and pages in the application, right? And it could be that you then go to the interview and they ask you none of that. And you're going, so why did they do that? There's something that takes you off a little bit, but you're like, let's just move on, fine, whatever. And going through with the interview. For others of you, I feel like it could be an actual interview setting, but I feel like I don't know if it's something to do with legal stuff. Again, someone's asking you to give a statement, or this is to do with visas. This is to do with some sort of background checks. This is to do with, for some of you, it's related to either a custody battle. For others of you, it's related to you trying to adopt a child or a pet. And it's like they're just the questions they're asking. They're very intrusive. And you're thinking, okay, well, how is this relevant to what we're trying to do? For those of you, this is someone who is just too focused on you. I don't know if it's a little bit of a stalker, someone scouring your social media and just commenting and posting and liking and whatever, everything you've posted. Or this is someone asking people about you, a bit obsessive, right? And if you're talking to you, they're asking you a million questions. They're really getting in your business. This isn't someone you're close with, so I feel like it's going to take you off and you're going to go, what? Why are you asking me these questions, right? I feel like you're going to try to avoid this person as long as you can, but it will come a time when you're just going to have to go, it's none of your business. Why are you asking me these questions, right? Don't, if people cross a boundary, don't be afraid to reinforce it, even if that comes across as rude. Okay. But yeah, getting something very intrusive, or it feels very intrusive. And the questions that are being asked, you're going, how is this relevant to what we're trying to do? And you're getting a bit annoyed and a bit defensive, rightfully so, because I feel like someone's just asking questions they have no business asking. So you might have to call them on that, and pull them up on that, and just be clear about your boundaries. Okay, don't let anyone get all up in your business. It's like just a nosy person. Like if you're on your phone, they're trying to see what's on your phone, and it's like, what are you doing? Or someone at work and they're walking past you to see what you got on your screen, and you're like, what is wrong with you? Do you mind? Or people just sitting way too close to you in lines or queues, and you're going, do you mind? Is that kind of energy. Okay. But like I say, for those of you, it's something where you're giving a statement, or if you're filling out applications, there's going to be lots of questions. I'm just letting you know now, lots of questions. And for some of them, you're going to be thinking, why in the hell would they need to know this? But it's part of the application, and you can't move on if you don't answer it. Okay, well, it's worth it. On Thursday here, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and this is accomplishment, like wish fulfillment, okay, achievement. And we have the energy of wait. So this is something you've been waiting for with the Eight of Swords. This is where it's coming in. If you've been waiting for some money to come in, it'll probably land on Thursday or the fourth day that we're looking at, okay? And this is money owed to you. This is inheritance for some of you. This is a bonus or a raise, or the money coming through for some sort of big sale. It could be the mortgage. It could be the big loan. It could be the business loan, okay? For others of you, this is where someone is finally paying you back in full, with this energy as well, and it's a day to celebrate. This is something that you've planned, scheduled, and been waiting for a long time, and it has to do with some sort of family reunion with the cards we saw earlier in the Ten of Pentacles. Some sort of family reunion or some sort of family event. I don't know if the family's getting together for someone's birthday. I don't know if someone is getting married or has some sort of big announcement about the family, or if it's some sort of housewarming party, with this energy. I also feel like for some of you, this is a day where you're going to be waiting for people to show up, waiting for people to turn up. I don't know if it's on a call, in a meeting, at your house, if you're hosting something, but people might be late, or just, yeah, not showing up, not letting you know what's up. Can be a bit frustrating. They'll get there eventually, and you'll have a really happy, positive event, but I feel like it'll be a little bit like pulling hairs, pulling teeth, just getting everybody on the same page, or getting everybody in the same room, with this energy. But like I say, something you've been waiting for is landing. It's coming in. It's money related, and it's cause for celebration. Absolutely. Okay. On Friday, we have Strength with Leo energy, and we have Dismiss. On Friday, you're going to have to enforce some boundaries or reinforce some boundaries with someone who's dismissive towards you. Whenever you talk, either they interrupt you all the time, or they don't fully listen, or whatever you say, they then turn it around, make it about them. Okay, or someone who just dismisses your feelings, or someone who just talks to you like you don't know what you're talking about, is the way I'm seeing this, okay? And Leo energy could be significant here. And you're just going to have to, let them hear you roar, basically. Like, I know what I'm talking about. This is what it is, blah, 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 right? Just enforce boundaries. Be very firm. It's not about going to war. It's just being firm in your tone. You don't have to shout, okay? That's the strength energy. The strength energy is calm, collected, quiet, but very firm, okay? For others of you, you're going to have to dismiss someone. I don't know if that means you may have to fire someone, or let someone go, or tell someone they're off the project, or tell someone they can't come to something, or just dismiss them in the sense of, this doesn't concern you, you need to leave, or you need to keep quiet, or something like that. Just very firm boundaries with this energy. Okay. I also feel like if anyone's trying to be annoying to you, get under your skin, you're just going to be very calm, collected, graceful, and either ignore, dismiss them completely, or tell them something that's short and to the point, not necessarily very sweet, but very true, and then move on. Or this is a situation where you're like, I'm not engaging with you, and if you don't stop, I'm calling the police. Okay? Something just very, we're not doing this. And if you don't stop, this is what's going to happen. Very calmly. Type of energy. Okay. I don't know if it's someone in your family. I don't know if it's someone you work with. I don't know if it's a stranger on the street cutting you off and you're going, excuse me. That's not the process. That's not what we do here. You're behind me. You need to get behind me. Something like that. But very just calm, assertive. On Saturday, we have the 9 of Cups. And win. Okay, so some sort of big win coming in for you on Saturday. This is wish fulfillment. This is getting what you want in a situation, being valued, being appreciated. I also feel like for some of you, if this is an interview or a battle of any kind, legal battle, custody battle, battle with family, battle over money, or divorce battle, or inheritance related, you're winning. Okay, this is the outcome. This is the conclusion. If you submitted, again, some sort of claim, report, statement, complaint, whatever it is, this is where the investigation is happening. Okay? And that person might try to talk to you directly, and you're going back and saying you need to go through the lawyer, or you need to go through the process. Okay, we're undergoing some sort of grievance investigation here. You can't talk to me directly. You know the rules. And this is the outcome of that situation. And it's going to come in and it's going to be in your favor. If you're going through any sort of application process, interview, that is really, I just feel like it's a really tough competition. It's a really close kind of contest, right? And you're really giving it your all. And I feel like over here, someone could be trying to be underhanded, or someone trying to get under your skin and intimidate you or bully you out of the contest or competition, whatever it is. And here comes the results, and they're only trying to do that because they knew that you were better than them. They knew that you were a stronger applicant, candidate, and this is the confirmation. This is getting the yes, the green light, the approval. You got it. You won it. Whatever the situation is for you, okay? This is celebration, indulging, doing something nice for yourself, buying yourself something nice, having some really good food, trying some food you've never tried before, something very luxurious. An experience that's very luxurious is taking place here. Maybe that's an experience that you're winning, some sort of prize, right? A day at the spa, or paid whatever with this energy. A very positive outcome to whatever negotiation or interview or battle has been going on here is also coming up. If you're asking people for things, they will say yes. If you need things, talk to people, they will say yes. They will be very helpful, supportive, eager to help you, eager to get involved. I'm also seeing receiving presents or gifts with this energy as well. And I'm seeing people telling you were right. So receiving a lot of validation. And you're like, yeah, I already knew I was right, but good for you for getting with the program. Because this could also be some sort of battle that you've taken part in to expose someone where other people maybe didn't believe you, that this is what was going on. And that's why you've been going through everything to find proof, to find evidence. You've put it out there. You've taken a stand. You've made the public announcement. And now people are coming in and saying, oh, we get it now. We see it now. And then on Sunday, we have the Three of Pentacles with plan. So this is getting together with other people. It could be friends, family. It could be you and professionals, you and builders, you and engineers, you and architects, to develop a plan, a strategy, building blueprints. I don't know if you're looking at extending the house, extending the garden, redoing the garden, redecorating, remodeling, rebuilding something, or tearing something down. You're making the plan. Okay, what are the approvals we're going to need? What are this? And you're sitting down with professionals. For those of you, this is a team effort that is going to be taking place, and the plan is all about like splitting the responsibilities. If you have to help move someone in or move someone out, right? You know, who's on what, who's doing what, who's packing the kitchen, who's packing the bedroom, who's carrying this, who's doing that. So getting organized, but a lot of people coming together towards the same goal. It will be very successful. Something is going as planned as well. However, because we do have that here, okay, with the as planned. So something's going as planned. Just make sure you do have a clear plan. Make sure you do have clear instructions, and people can just come in, get it done, and get out, right? With this energy as well. But yeah, definitely seeing a day to focus on repairs, decorating, redecorating, gardening stuff, looking at the details, tying up loose ends as well. Getting down and just thinking, okay, this is what we want to do. What do we need? And I'm seeing like people from different specialities, right, coming together, right? You're sitting down with a structural engineer and an architect and a builder and someone from City Hall, and maybe you're looking at building office space. Maybe you're looking at buying and redecorating, and you're looking, okay, what are the permits that I need? What are the authorizations that I need? What are the funds that I need? Okay, what's the time frame? What's the timeline? What needs to happen first? Okay, that's the energy of Sunday here in preparation. I don't know if it's for the week ahead or just for something that you're going to be starting with this energy. And for those of you, if you've already done this, this is where you are now enacting a plan. You're getting the people to come in, and everybody knows what they're doing, and it's going to get done real quick, okay, and be successful. So yeah, and I'm also seeing like splitting a win. Maybe if this is like a team effort, this is where you're splitting the win. Paying people for their services, paying off contracts, paying off bills, covering everything. Or, you know, it's just, if it's some sort of team effort, group effort, and you're winning some money, this is where you're splitting and everybody gets their fair share, okay, that kind of energy. All right, so that's what I have for you in the week ahead. Let me know how you resonate with the messages. If you do, keep me posted on what's going on. Hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.